Kind of hoping I already am. Just a minute, I'll check. Caitlin's here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Whiskey Wednesday Show with your hosts, Ken Tizzard and Music for Goats. Brought to you in full color and stereo sound, amplification provided by Trainer. Broadcasting into the world from Storyhouse Studios in Campbellford, Ontario, you'll hear the best old country, folk, Americana, punk rock, and 80s music delivered into your homes every week for free. And don't forget your regular dose of new and original songs from Music for Goats. Never be alone on a Wednesday night again, 8 p.m. Eastern and 9:30 for those of you in Newfoundland. Join the Whiskey Wednesday regulars on Facebook to be a part of the conversation, or watch on YouTube as well. Pour a drink, a cup of tea, or a nice cold long tooth. Roll up your best smoke and sit back and relax. Don't forget to hit the share button to help spread the word. The Whiskey Wednesday Show, every week. Cheers.
And we're on. Welcome to the Whiskey Wednesday Show, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ken Tizzard. I am your host, and we are Music for Ghosts and Ghosts. Ghosts in the House. Music for Ghosts.
Changed our name.
We are Music for Goats, and then also, I don't know where I was going with that. I got distracted by the ghosts thing. I guess, that's a great audience, though. There's more. There's more of them than there are humans. Ghosts.
Have they actually done a ghost census?
Well, no, but I mean dead people. There are more dead people than living.
Yeah, that's a slightly different thing, but never mind.
Once you're dead, you're a ghost. What are you talking about?
Are you counting the
trying to tell me
ghosts
different?
of goats?
The ghost goat.
The
Okay.
goat ghosts.
See, this is what happens when we start with the whiskey early on in the night, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, mine disappeared. Somehow.
It's so much fun. It's so much fun. We've got more over there. We've got more over there. We have a great night tonight. We have all kinds of new stuff going on. I'll be explaining it as the night goes. Barry has just come back after a week away. How was your week away, Barry?
It was okay.
Yeah?
Busy, but okay.
Busy, but okay. But you had a anniversary last week too, didn't you?
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Yeah. How was that? Happy
Okay.
anniversary.
It was subdued, but
It was subdued. Yes, exactly. Well, we're glad to have you back, and I figured that in celebration of Barry's return, I figured I would reprogram everything that he's learned and put it all onto a new machine with several different components and pages and switches. So have fun tonight, Barry.
But a minute, you did take an entire 30 seconds and explained it to him.
I took at least 30 seconds to explain it to him when he walked in, and then I said,
took
"Okay,
at
you
most
sit with
30
You sit with
seconds.
that. You sit with that." We've got a fun night tonight. Is there a theme tonight? Let me look at the show and see. Well, the theme, I guess, is guitars and amplifiers, Deadwood sound. And throughout the night, to my left behind me, you'll see a little red there right now, but on certain cameras, you'll see it nice and clear. It's a very nice amplifier made by Deadwood that I've got sending out to the hallway to one of the Trainer speakers, and just trying it out tonight in celebration of having Deadwood on the show. We had a really nice chat the other day. Seems like a cool guy. Jordan, Jeannie, Joe, the usual, Debbie, Ron, all the usual gang. Great to see you. We're going to start tonight with a song called Bar Stools and Broken Hearts. It goes just like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Broken bodies coming home to find the life and love before the war turned cold and broke down over time. Broke family and broken love, tangled stories made up of the times you were away. The broken soldier's heart replays. Stop pretending there's a war outside. Don't pretend to be more than the truth can hide. It's just bar stools and broken hearts, another night to fall apart. Puzzle pieces in your head, another stranger in your bed. It's just bar stools and broken hearts, another day, another start to face the truth and climb that hill. Another prayer unwinds. jobs and broken dreams. A little too old, it seems. The life you thought you had lives only as an illusion now, it seems. Broken wallet and broken hearts have put you in this place. The whiskey, drugs, and cigarettes are filling up that empty space. Stop pretending, it's just the way things go. Don't pretend to be more than we all know. It's just bar stools and broken hearts, another night to fall apart. Puzzle pieces in your head, another stranger in your bed. It's just bar stools and broken hearts, another day, another start. Face the truth and climb a hill, another prayer unwinds. Alone with the truth is the hardest time to kill. Broken promises and broken truth. The radio plays songs from our youth, the bands that we all loved. Twisted words we sang like morning doves. Broken world and broken people trying to get ahead. The sympathy that lies beneath, for all intents, gets left for dead. Stop pretending there's a war outside. Don't pretend to be more than the truth can hide. It's just bar stools and broken hearts, another night to fall apart. Puzzle pieces in your head, another stranger in your bed. It's just bar stools and broken hearts, another day, another start. To face the truth and climb that hill, another prayer unwinds. Alone with the truth is the hardest time to kill. There you go, little bar stools and broken hearts for y'all. Hey, Ray Keys, good to see you again. I saw you yesterday walking by the house, but you know how it is when it's snowing and you're not going outside much and you see somebody in front of your house and they're walking their dog. It's like a close friend and you kind of go, hi, and they go, hi, but there's no indication that you're going to stand and talk for any time because it's just too cold. I mean, you know, for me, I know it's not for Neil. Neil would stay outside for hours chatting and chatting and chatting. You love the winter, don't you, Neil?
I quite like it.
You quite like it. Why do you like the winter so much?
Well, because it's in this part of the world, it's the world behaving the way it's supposed to, for a start. Secondly, our deciduous trees need a couple of months of really, really good cold weather. Otherwise, they go and die. And
Yeah.
that's not a good thing.
No.
But in terms of, I just plain like it. I mean, a nice cold winter day is gorgeous. You know, sun shining, you know, sparkly snow like
Yeah, that's
diamonds.
nice,
And
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
lovely to be outside.
Well, I agree with you on all of that, actually.
Sure you do.
No, I do. I do. I'm in agreement. I'm fully in agreement. Trying out a new setup here as well. I look down at my computer. I just see from Debbie Parson. Read my profile. I don't know what it says, Deb, but I'm sure it's something interesting. I did see you with a picture of your new man hugging in the kitchen, so maybe you made an announcement. I don't know. It's Whiskey Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. It's always nice to get tuned in on Debbie's life. I don't have the five in my hand, not a last leg to stand upon, but what the hell, I'm going 30 for 60, let the night swell, somebody fix me a single malt of whiskey, and I don't have the jack or the ace, but I've got on my good poker face and I'm holding my queen. I'm going 30 for 60 and hungry and mean. Life's about chances and the king's in the cave. 30 for 60. can take this to heart, you can gamble your soul. I'm 65 now and I'm still in a hole. Life's just a game, it's a grand piece of fun. There's little left I can go on, and I don't have the jack or the ace, but I've got on my good poker face, and I'm holding my queen, going 30 for 60, feeling hungry and lean. Life's about chances and the king's in the kid. Somebody fix me a single malt of whiskey, 30 for 60, 30 for 60, 30 for 60, 30 for 60. Tune there, 30 for 60. We'll send that out to Diana Erblin today. How you doing from Torbay? Oh, it's nice to know that there's somebody from Torbay watching out for us, you know. Steve Huzzy used to be my Torbay guy. Or was he Pooch Cove? I can't remember if he was Torbay and now he's in Pooch Cove. I can't remember, but he was always my guy out that way. Steve Huzzy, I love you so much, my friend, and I haven't seen you in a long time. You know something, I've got your phone number in my phone. I'm gonna call you, maybe even later tonight. Wake you up or something. We'll see. Oh, so this is cool. So, you know, you go through life and you have all kinds of things that you aspire to. But who would ever think, and how would you even go about trying to be the, like, cover girl for March of Dimes for their 2025, you know, like website and all that? Let's see the picture there, Ray. We should have a picture of Allison, I believe, March of Dimes. She's like the cover girl on their website and stuff, and she's on a bunch of the advertising.
Well, son of a gun, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we just found out.
Holy crap! Yeah. Congratulations!
Hey, way to go!
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Lisa works for March of Dimes.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Oh, wow. Well then. Yeah, so March of Dimes have been great for us. They've helped us out so much. And yeah, when Allison did the interview for Tech for Good last year, they also did this at the same time. And now there she is. Look at that, famous all over the internet. Yeah, and I've got to be careful right now not to say anything bad or rude, just in case like somebody from March of Dimes is watching us talk about how wonderful it is. But for those of you who regularly know the show, I mean, you know, you can imagine what might come out of my mouth and isn't going to tonight, because it's so fantastic that my wife Allison has. No, March of Dimes have been excellent to us, I must say. Really, really fantastic company. I can't believe it exists. I actually can't believe what it's like to live with a challenge like this. Yeah. It amazes me every step of the way. Companies like that, without their help, oh my God, I don't know what we'd do. This is a song called The Other Side of Wrong. Spiro, oh my goodness, how you doing, buddy? Well, this Spiro, thank you very much. Yeah, we met Spiro back at the very beginning when we first started doing this. And there you are, still hanging around. Good to see you, buddy. I hope things are well after everything we went through with the last 5 years. I hope things down there worked out well for you. We'll send this one out to you tonight, Spiro. It's called The Other Side of Wrong. It's an older tune. And it goes just like this. 1, 2, 1, 2. nothing left to hide. You still seem far away from me, but you're here by my side. Streetlight in the distance, through the window hits your eyes. The devil's got his hand on you, your tears are running dry. Whatever happened to finding our way? How did we get here on the other side today? Pitch perfect, daddy's good. Couldn't do no wrong. He came up beside you, so you played along. Kid's nice house on paper, good, but you don't understand. Smile your way through the choices. Time slips through our hands. Whatever happened, today's been so long. How did we get here on the other side wrong? Whatever happened to finding our way? How did we get here on the other side today? Damaged, tired, and broken. There's nothing left to hide. You still seem far away from me, but you're here by my side. Whatever happened, today's been so long. How did we get here on the other side wrong? Whatever happened to finding our way? How did we get here on the other side today? Oh, that was a little bit. That was a little bit fun. Just monitoring a message board here. The MLM team chat is always on here, so there are always people chatting. And somebody just said, "Oh, he's being grumpy," and I thought, "Oh, who's talking about Neil?" And then I realized, "Oh no, that's not the live field. That's the chat."
Ah, dear, yes indeed.
Oh my! I hope everybody's doing great out there tonight. It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday, the February 19th, and I just today realized that there is a march. I thought April was coming in like 2 weeks, and
Yes.
today somebody pointed out, "Well, we still have March to get through," and I went, "Oh, right. Okay, so that's good in some ways." But also just a little bit weird. Dave Fisher, I prefer the original. Yeah, the original. Of course.
You would, Dave.
How are you doing? Cheers, Spiro. I hope things are well down in Belleville, my friend.
And Kingston.
And Kingston for Fisher as well. What's going on, buddy? You got a cheers. Having a whiskey in your honor tonight, Dave Fisher. It's time for the Deadwood Sound video, ladies and gentlemen, which means we're going to sit down and we're going to talk. This is a short video. I mean, there's not a lot we can talk about. If we started getting into diodes and transistors and tubes and resistors, it's really nothing. But how do you do these tech talks and make them interesting is always a challenge. turns out that Jason from Deadwood Sound is just a cool guy to talk to, and he also has a skateboard collection. So we talked a little bit about skateboarding too. It's a pretty short video, but we really sort of get to the point, and I am using the Deadwood amp tonight, and I'll talk a little bit about that now when we come back from this. But let's just take a minute and visit with Jason from Deadwood, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Whiskey Wednesday show. We just had our practice run. We recorded like a most excellent 16-minute video. It was so good. We got all the information we were looking for, and then I just went over to check, and it stopped recording after 2 minutes. So, Allison, stop texting me. You're turning my phone off when I'm trying to record. Just kidding. Audio is still running. We're all good. We're here today with Deadwood Sound, just south of Wooler, south of the 401. Middle of winter. I'm in the basement of the Deadwood Sound factory/house. And
workshop.
We're workshop. And we're chatting today about amps and guitars. Deadwood Sound I met when I went out to do a show at Matt's. My sister Christine and Matt have a place, Lost Mile Barn. I went out to do a show there in the spring. Actually, it was in August. And Matt had this beautiful amp. He's like, here, why don't you use this Deadwood amp? And it was pink. He called it Hubba Bubba pink. I called it Pepto-Bismol pink. But it was just gorgeous. And I plugged into it, and I didn't quite know what to expect. It was a reverb tank, an amp, and the cabinet. And I plugged in, and it just had this beautiful cascading sound. And I started talking to Matt, and he told me all about you, and that you were living close to me, and that you had this shop where you're building amps, and I had to come check it out. In early December, I came down, and I picked up a reverb unit, which we're still tweaking around with. But I was amazed by everything that you had here, so I figured I'd come down and have a chat. So. Let's see if we can recover all this without boring ourselves.
And looking natural.
Exactly. So again, tell us about how you got started on this. I don't even know how much of that we got into. Like, how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for about 15 years.
15 years.
Yeah, I got into this just, a friend of mine wanted an amp. He wanted a 5E3.
Okay.
And Tweed Deluxe. And he didn't really have the money for it, but he didn't want a new one. He wanted like an old one, right? Which that's why he didn't have the money for it. So I actually had never built an amp before. But I have an understanding of how things work electrically, blah, blah, blah. So I didn't really know much about it, but I said, yeah, I can build that. I'll build one for you, just joking around. And then I looked into it a little bit, and I thought, you know what, I think I can build one of these. So 5E3 is a very simple circuit, but it sounds really good. And
did you have any electrical experience at this point?
Not really. I do, like, I'm not an electrician or anything, but I can do, like, I've always dabbled in stuff.
Okay.
Like, messed around with stuff, and I help people do wiring on their houses and stuff like that. And,
Okay.
Don't really but anyways, I'm not an electrician. Yeah, so I thought I can do it. So I didn't realize that back then, though, that you could actually buy kits to make these things. I didn't know that. So I went and I sourced all these parts, and I bought it all. Bought all the parts and put it together. My brother made me a cabinet for it, and it worked, and it sounded really good. And he still has it today, right? So it was like in a like a hardwood cabinet. We made like an oak cabinet because he did work on furniture and stuff like that. He made did hardwood flooring and all kinds of stuff. So he knew how to work with wood. So anyways, he made a nice cabinet and it sounded great. And I'm like, this is good. So then another guy wanted one. So then I made a different style for him. And anyways, it just started going, and then I started messing around with stuff until I figured out how to do my own sound, right?
And what were you looking for at that point? Were you trying to, like the first amp you made, like you said, he wanted was it Princeton you said?
No, 5E3.
Okay.
Tweed Deluxe.
He wanted a deluxe. And you thought you'll make a deluxe. At what point did it change into, I'm going to make unique boutique things based on personal preference?
Well, the funny thing is that first amp that I made, I actually tweaked it all out. So it actually wasn't even.
So you started right away.
The first amp I made, I compressed the bass on it. I've changed levels of where it would break up, all different kinds of stuff. Right? It was the very first one I started tweaking with.
So you started messing around right away. And that led into 15 years of doing this. And now you have a shop where you're doing, sort of 10 or a dozen amps a year, give or take. It's kind of your passion weekend job. And I'm sure it takes up so much of your time. You also do repairs here.
Yep.
You do electronic repairs on guitars, setups and stuff,
probably best to go to like a Long McQuaid or a Luthier who
something
works
like that.
with
Yeah,
that.
there's a guy in town here who's really good.
But anything for amps, electronics, your guitar wiring, any of that, you do all that stuff here, which is great to know because there's not really somebody in the area who does that. I'm trying to think. Peterborough is the closest to Campbellford that I've ever found anybody to do any wiring for me, but it's great that you're down in this area because this area has really nothing. We have a Long McQuaid in Belleville.
That's
But
that's about it.
and I'm sure Long McQuaid are probably asking you to do the repairs for them. So,
Sometimes, I have done repairs
Yeah.
for Long McQuaid.
so that's sort of Long McQuaid is really good at picking up the Luthiers in the area and giving them work. So that's great. Now, when somebody comes to you, they're looking for a unique amp built to a specific sound. You're not doing sort of mass copies. You don't have one amp that you're building, a bunch of the same. Everything is different. Everything is unique.
Pretty much everything's a one.
It's like
right?
me saying, I've got my Gretsch. I really like the sound of it, but this amp kind of colors it this way, and I don't like it. I want to just bring out this and this, and you can kind of create something based on that, right?
Yep.
And that can be everything from just general sound of the amp to compression that you can have built in, or reverb units and all that stuff. You can put all that stuff together depending how custom somebody wants to go. And I imagine price points, your like entry-level guitar amps are a couple $100. You get into $800 to $1,000 for a semi-pro, kind of consumer-grade amp. You get into $1,500 to $3,000 for pro amps, and then you start getting into boutique amps at that point. And people have asked, why are boutique amps so expensive? Well, you're not dealing with a factory in China that's putting together 10,000 of something at a time. You're dealing with one-on-one. Like for an amplifier like this or this, just the parts alone, no labor, like nothing even connected together is a couple grand, right?
At least $1,000. At least $1,000.
At
Probably
least
more.
$1,000, probably more.
It all depends upon what kind of speaker you want. All that. You could spend $600 on a speaker
Or
right?
tubes. You can you can go for some kind of specialty tubes that
Exactly. Well, even like I use a lot of all the amps I build, I always use vintage tubes.
Right.
Right. And vintage tubes. Some of those are $200-$300 a tube.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, but these are the prices that people pay. These professional guitar players out there that we see on TV and we see live and we hear their music and it's like, oh my God, their tone is so magical. How do they have that tone? Roy Buchanan, for example, his guitar was fucked up, but that was his tone. Nobody else could get that tone. It was just like, that was his guitar, it was his tone. And I found the same finally with my Gretsch. It's like, it doesn't sound like anything else, and I now consider that the tone that I've adopted, and for me, I like to sort of replicate that tone without too much coloring through an amp or a pedal. And I think that that's a great way to do it, is through custom work with somebody like yourself. So you're making 10 or 12 amps a year. Who are you making these amps for? Are these professional rock stars who have a ton of money, or are these
No.
sort of the dentist or the doctor who used to play when they were a kid?
I have actually done some work for people like that, but just some retired people and stuff that just actually there's one customer I have that I probably built 6 or 7 for him, and he just sits in his room and
It's great.
fills around, but he's got the money and he likes it, right? So, and he always has a different idea about something, but for the most part, it's just musicians who might not have all that much money and stuff, but I'm kind of a little bit of a sucker, and my wife is always like, you don't charge enough. It's like, well, because I feel bad, right? So I give actually a lot of
I'm sure
a lot of deals to people who, if they genuinely want something like that, like, well, we can work something out. So
it's part of the artistic community. Like it's funny. The painters always have the cheapest, crappiest brushes. The musicians that I know, they're always running on a shoestring. I'm not talking about the professional musicians. I'm not talking about the weekend warriors. I'm talking about professionals. Like, fuck, man, there's no money out there. I used to know I used to be pretty good friends with a high-end guitar maker. I'm not going to say what company it was, but he made basses that started at like 12 grand and went to like 15, 16 grand. I was like, who the hell is buying these? He said, the dentist, the lawyer, the doctor who played bass in school, and they love it, and they want something at home now that looks really nice in the corner, but they can pick it up and play it, and spending $15,000 is nothing for them. I'm like, yeah, yeah, but what about the musicians? Like, well, there's lots of other options for the
Yeah,
musicians.
well, it's a shame, but yeah, the people who should be playing it all the time just don't usually get that opportunity, right?
That's the way of the world. Though.
Yeah.
You know, that is the way it goes. And you know, the musicians. I mean, look at some of the greatest musicians in the world who've made some of the biggest impacts. You know, they did it on instruments that, you know, weren't top end. You know, I mean, Jocko's bass. I mean, that was just a jazz that he ripped the frets out of. It was nothing special. It wasn't a $20,000 something.
No. Well, it is now, but
No, it is now, yeah.
back in
Yeah.
the day it wasn't.
But doing these things is neat. Now, you do the cabinetry and all the, like, you've got the tubes showing on the front of this, which is really cool, because on this, for those of you who don't know, tube amps, they glow. These tubes will light up like a light bulb, greens, blues, purples.
Purples, yeah,
And they'll
reds.
kind of look like they're on fire. And as the band plays, you'll see them getting brighter and going darker when they're not
Yeah.
being pushed as much. It's a really neat light show. And to actually put the tubes in the front of the amp
Well,
where you can
yeah,
see it
most of the
from
time
stage is
they're hidden in
amazing.
the back, right? So
Yeah.
with this, I don't know. I actually saw an old amp, and it was actually the back of the amp, but the tubes were kind of set up like this, and I thought, why hide
Why
those
hide
like
them?
that in the back? It would be really nice just to have them all sitting at the front, and you could see them on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, they're all glowing with red and purple or whatever, and yeah, so I'm like, I'll try it and see how it works.
And is it okay to have tubes on the side?
Oh yeah, it's fine. Yep. Well, because you have lots of amps that were like that. The tubes are going down. Then you got like a Marshall style amp, and the tubes
Where
are
they're
going
up. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen them both, but I've never seen them on the side. That's interesting.
Yeah, you can do them on the side. You can put them any way you want. It all depends upon the tube, because some tubes are directional, but all these ones aren't.
Right. So you know what you're doing. Speaking of knowing what you're doing, I'm going to make sure this hasn't cut off again. Oh, look at that. It's still recording.
Good.
Excellent. We'll get this one. And amps like this, again, have a unique sort of thing with the side cutaway. This is one that you made for...
Yeah,
Make us one for
Matt was going to have an auction for mental health, charity or something like
Right.
that. But then he ended up not having it. But I said I still made it, and I said if he's ever going to do it again, he's welcome to have it. So
It's there.
I just got to get it to him because he wanted to actually do some recording with it and stuff as
Right.
well. You played through that one, I think,
I
last
played
time
this
you
one
were
here,
here.
yeah. Nice.
And people really like that one. It's clean, but it's punchy.
It's clean and punchy. It's incredibly...
And
got that...
it's loud too for what the size of it is.
Yeah.
It's pretty small, but it's pretty loud.
It's a beautiful amp. So you sit here, you do amps, you do repairs, you've got your family, you've got your job, you've got your house, and you also skateboard.
Got my skateboards, yeah.
And this is a collection you've been rebuilding based on stuff from when you were younger, right?
Yeah, everybody gets to that point in their life when they start getting older and they start thinking about all the cool shit that they had back in the day that they don't have anymore. So yeah, some of these decks are ones that I had, some that are ones I've always wanted. I like all the old the 80s and 90s boards, obviously.
They're beautiful. These welcome decks are, well, this is the original Schmidt sticks.
Yeah.
They're the two welcomes that Chris Miller's on now. I love the welcome stuff. It's just great.
So do I, yeah, they're great.
But the old traditional stuff, the Luceros are fantastic. And you've got a couple of set up there for the summer. You've got your
Yeah.
freestyle deck and your...
Do you want to take a look at those ones
Sure,
again?
yeah, pass them over. Which one? Oh, this was the welcome one that I
Yeah.
really like. Yeah, I wanted to get a shot of that. This has got a beautiful profile for use this in a bowl or a
yeah,
ramp.
anything like that.
You use mostly ramp or bowl?
I've actually never been in a bowl, but
Oh, so you're a half pipe.
so half pipes, yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's a beautiful deck.
Super comfortable.
Yeah. And this one,
Yeah.
oh, this is the traditional Lucero with the
Gullwing trucks.
Gullwing trucks. Yeah. Now these Gullwing trucks, these were a reissue, right? That came in.
Yeah,
from,
that's a reissue. The ones way back in the day, remember they had a plastic base plate on them? I don't know if you recall that. But yeah, they had a
okay.
plastic base plate. And it was weird, but maybe
I
it was
don't
just
remember
for being light. But my Miller that I had, this one, it was pink, like that Lucero over there.
Oh, okay.
I actually had Gullwings on it back in the 90s, but they were red. But yeah, just like those. I actually should put the
Yeah, I
Gullwings
don't
on
see
that one.
Gullwings around much anymore.
Yeah,
I
they,
don't think they're making them.
No, I don't think they make them anymore. And we look
Oh,
at
and this
our
is the cab. Yeah, this is
classic
the
cab, 1987
Yeah,
cab.
classic cab, bones on the side. And those aren't the G bones, are they? Those
Yep.
are the G bones.
Yep, G-bones.
64s. Yeah, and the
The Rising Sun.
beautiful, just a beautiful deck. That's fantastic.
And this is one
And
that
of
you
course
like.
a little freestyle deck. Look at this, the little Mullen, the most hated freestyle deck amongst freestylers, and the most popular amongst the world. So strange, eh?
Yeah, it's a cool deck. I always wanted one. I've never really skated freestyle. A little bit of street, but I would never say freestyle. But it's a classic deck, and I love the Palo Peralta. I love the original logo.
The original Dragon logo was incredible. Yeah.
All those things is it's just I
You
got
got
the
the
bones,
reissue wrap bones on it, and the independent trucks.
which apparently I guess they're not that good for
Well,
freestyle, but
I mean, in all honesty, I haven't tried them. I've got indies on everything. I love them. I mean, most truck companies are making good trucks. It's just sort of, I just hear from the community that independent, they're just like, they're not the right trucks for, I haven't tried them. I've been using all the freestyle trucks, the ones that are actually made for it.
But did they have those back in 80?
No, they were using the Tracker mid tracks.
Okay.
My Tracker had a freestyle truck, and that's what a lot of people were using back then. But yeah, anyways, it's all cool stuff. I mean, to have a fucking Mullen with indies and rat bones on it is a pretty ideal setup. Okay, we've talked skateboards, we've talked gear. If you need any equipment fixed that has an electrical circuit in it or a tube, down here is the place. And we've got these Deadwood amps, which are fucking incredible. If you're looking for an amp, or you're looking for something to do with your sound or something to do with your tone, reach out. I'll post some links below. You have an Instagram account where you've got some stuff.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called, but
I'll put the actual link in. Anything we missed?
I don't think so.
I think we covered most everything. We covered the coolness, the look, the sound, the price.
I'm going to send up a couple amps with you, I think,
Okay.
like we talked about, and you can
I can rotate them on the show. I'd love to try them
you
out.
wanna
Yeah.
take a look at them.
That'd be really nice.
try them out.
Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Deadwood Sound. Check them out online, and we'll be right back with the show in 1 second. Hey folks, thanks for tuning in to the Whiskey Wednesday show. Every Wednesday we will be here, rain or shine, richer or poorer. Tip jar is in the link above. Never expected but always appreciated. Never confuse the size of your paycheck with the size of your talent. I've got all the money I'll ever need if I die by midnight. Always appreciated, never expected. Please feel free to drop us a line regarding anything, including a link to your money. Cheers.
I came here from the city, trying to find some peace of mind, to get myself on track and buy myself some time. This town is growing on me, here's a song.
Just like that, we're back. We're in a cave. There we go. We're out of the cave. Are we? Out of the cave? Maybe not. Maybe so. Either way. I got it. Oh, it's the TV this time, see? There's always something. Again, I have like so few jobs to do. It's amazing I can't remember them. Oh, my ladies and gentlemen. Deadwood guitar amps. I'm going to post links and stuff when I put the video up tomorrow, but he's down in, he's basically,
In Wooler, you said?
yeah, but he's actually west of Wooler. Like if you go down our way and you go down Old Wooler Road or Wooler Road,
Yeah.
and then you get down, you finally hit the intersection, you got to turn left to go into kind of, that's Wooler, south of Wooler, and then you got to turn left to go into Belleville? Brighton. Brighton.
Okay.
Instead of turning left there, you turn right, and it's down that way. So it's right of Brighton, west of Brighton, south of
The 401.
401.
I don't
yeah,
believe
no.
any of that.
So if you're looking for directions, just save
Yeah,
this
don't-
little
don't call
interaction.
Ken.
Save this little interaction we just had on your phone, and get in your car and just keep replaying it, and you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. I'll post exact information, but yeah, he makes great stuff. There were a couple of questions here. Joe, I'll send you his info. You should get together with him, Joe. You'd really get off on what he's doing. And Ron, yeah, as well. Bass and guitar amps, are they the same? No. I mean, you can plug a bass into a guitar amp and it can work, but it might not sound like a bass. It might sound like, Lemmy from Motorhead. You can plug a guitar amp into a bass amp, and that can work. Some people plug bass head, like bass power amps,
into guitar cabinets, you know, sort of get meatier sounds that way. You can combo things up, but you always run a risk of blowing the shit out of things.
Lots of guitar players love the Fender Bassman head.
Exactly.
You know?
So there's you know, it's one of those things. There are lots of them out there, but if you're a bass player, I recommend getting yourself a nice bass amp. And once you know how to play, then you start to look for your sound. Then, you know, you can go for your Galen Kruger, your acoustic, your Ampeg. Get into some of those old like custom amps that used to have the foam on the outside, like car seats, you know, with the little buttons that were pushed into them. Remember those customs? Oh, those things are just not with us anymore, you know? They're just all gone. They're just all gone.
You need to.
I know, I sort of remembered it in advance this time. Such professionalism here on the Whiskey Wednesday show. My reflection in the mirror isn't who I used to be. The person that you left behind moved, tell different stories. No, it's perfect. And that is never coming back. So beautiful in a time and place not here. We live on subjects we never seem to fear. It seems like yesterday I could see for so many miles. With every moment growing shorter still, the space between the lines allows a little chill to blow inside. Oh, a chill to blow inside, and that's all gone. It's never coming back, and that's all gone away for good. I'm alright with that. I'm moving on. It's time to look ahead with the past behind me now, and I'm alright with that. Ooh. Reflection in the mirror isn't who I used to be. The person that you left behind isn't who I see. Smell of secrets as they smolder in your mind. The smell of secrets leaves no memory behind. It seems like yesterday I understood everything so clear, and that's all gone. It's never coming back, and that's all gone away for good. And I'm alright with that. I'm moving on. It's time to look ahead with the past behind me now, and I'm alright with that. And that's all gone. That's all gone away for good, and I'm alright with that. A little all gone there for you from the No Dark, No Light record. Going way back. Way back. I just saw something from Lynn Wilson saying, so missed the live shows, days gone by, all gone. Yeah, absolutely, I hear you. It's a different world out there nowadays, and you know, thank God for what we do have and being able to stay connected through technology. It's really cool.
Yeah.
You know, I know keeping in touch with my daughters has been like,
you know, back in the days when I left home, like, I mean, it was too expensive to call home. Like, you called home once a month, you know. It's just like, okay, well, nowadays it's like, you know, the girls call when they're making dinner, and, you know, we spend like an hour together. It's fantastic. We see them so much, it feels like Caitlin's home tonight, even, you know?
Amazing.
Caitlin is home tonight. I'm just kidding. Key do we do this one in?
G.
This is in G, yeah, okay. Send this one out tonight to Jane and Cecil. They know who they are. Winter, I hope everybody's getting through it. Been a mighty strange winter. Mighty strange winter in that it feels like a normal winter, like an old time winter, and I kind of like that. Did you get your car out yet, Mr. Grant?
I did, yes. That's fine.
That must be good.
Yeah. It was sort of in a snowbank. The blowing snow had drifted right over top of it. Yeah. And I thought, oh, if I clear the top off, I can just back out. But no, it had other ideas.
Yeah.
I had to sort of make a path all the way around it, then get it.
Yeah, because we had sort of some snow, and then there was kind of a warmish time where it got kind of a little bit of layer of ice in it, and then it snowed again.
Yeah,
You know, so
a
it wouldn't
lot.
have been exactly.
And blowing snow, not just snow.
Yeah, that's the cool part.
Drifting snow around my window.
When I heard the news today, my heart dropped to the floor. 3 brothers left standing where there rightly should be 4. I can never take away your pain for murdered son and lost love saint, and nothing's ever gonna be the same again. No, nothing's ever gonna be the same again. See her standing in the night dress, the cold dark hall, wake from a nightmare and you can't think at all. All sense of believing is lost in the night. From the room upstairs your man cries, "Is everything alright?" And nothing's ever gonna be the same again. Words like this blow through the tough skin. I can't reach you, you're gone before my eyes. Fade away to the pale blue sky. Fade away to the pale blue sky. So much to do, so much to say. Words we never spoke, and now I'm leaving here today. This is the hardest of hard times. 27 years old's too young to die, and nothing's ever gonna be the same again. Words like this blow through the tough skin. I can't reach you, you're gone before my eyes. Fade away into the pale blue sky. Fade away into the pale blue sky. Here we go. You cover up the truth with lies. Your haunted dreams and a mother's cries. Oh, and nothing's ever gonna be the same again. Words like this blow through the tough skin. I can't reach you, you're gone before my eyes. Fade away to the pale blue sky. 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 Oh, pale blue sky for you there on a Wednesday night. We've had our share of pale blue skies. Well, no, we've just had some gray skies, haven't we? We've had some sun though.
We've had some beautiful sunny days. It's always nice and crisp and sunny after a big storm.
It's hard to complain about the weather right now with you around.
Oh, gee. Oh, gee. I'm so very, very sorry about that.
Neil's making it difficult to complain. Can you imagine?
I know, that's really hard to believe, isn't it? That's because I want all the complaining for myself, you see.
Oh, that's a nice drink of that moonshine again. In bed, wait, John, bad, nighty. I'm not sure what that means, Deb. Charmaine.
We want to know.
Yes, thank you, Charmaine. I like that one too. How you doing next door there, girl? Hope everything's all right. Love you over there. Lisa Anthony, lovely to see you. We got a couple more tunes still. We're doing great here. Oh my jeez, we got a lot of songs left. We're gonna have to cut something. That's okay. I know what we're gonna cut already.
It's only 3.
So, I've been trying to quit smoking. I've quit smoking. I haven't had a cigarette in ages. The thing that's driving me nuts is what do I do with my hands again? Like I remember going through this last time I quit. So I've started. This is what Allison's been driving Allison nuts. Sitting on the couch doing the Rubik's Cube, and all she hears all night while we're watching TV is click, 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 click. And then we go to bed, and the house is quiet, and I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm bored, and I'm thinking, I'd love a cigarette, and I pick this up, and she's like, Ken, will you stop fucking clicking that thing? So in grade 5, we had a no, it wasn't high school, it was elementary school. It was a talent show. And I entered it to do the Rubik's Cube in under 3 minutes. And I did it when I was 10 years old. So I'm going to see how long it takes me to do it. Not right now. I'm going to show you guys another time.
We got 3 minutes. Go ahead.
See if I can do it in 3 minutes. I got to refresh it first. For now, I'm just playing with it to keep my fingers moving. But that's what Allison was talking about. So yes, we might have to start having Rubik's Cube segments on the shows, ladies and gentlemen. I'm thinking when I get it sort of a good sort of under 3 minutes thing, I'll do like a skateboarding video where like I skate around for 3 minutes and I do the Rubik's Cube while playing a song.
Right on.
I can hardly wait.
Charmaine, oh my God, I got one too. How long does it take you to get it done? Do we do this in A?
Yeah.
Yeah. The 20th century still in bloom. Fair Conception Bay. Oh, the world turned round and men were bound. All for the USA. All for the USA. Onto the streets of New
town, they poured like morning tides to raise the concrete and steel up to the New York skies. Can you read and write? Can you drink and fight? Can you take the nights alone? You can make a life for a child and a wife while far away from home, while far away from home. Twist a hat to a Chelsea girl, she'll free you from the cold, she'll take your hand to a loving ear to every story told, to every story told. Can you read and write? Can you drink and fight? Can you take the nights alone? You can make a life for a child and a wife while far away from home, while far away. Well, there's them who'll fold and them who'll freeze and crawl home in dismay. Curse the hand of God above, they'll break right down and pray, break right down and with the 20th century still in bloom in fair Conception Bay, oh, the world turned around and men were bound all for the USA, all for the USA. Very nice. Yes, Jason at Deadwood, the Gretsch sounds great through that. It really does. It's got a really nice warmth. And the reverb on it is actually really quite beautiful as well. I'm enjoying this one. We will... Barry, can we go to the tabletop for a second? So what we're going to be doing over here on my left, you can see, this is the Deadwood amp that I'm currently using. This is a 35 watt with a reverb in it. And it's perfect going out into my little, I think it's going out to a 12 or a 15, 12 maybe, 15. Is it a 12 in the?
I think so.
Little trainer. Anyways, 35 watts, so it doesn't need to be that loud for what I do anyways. Now again, there are way better guitar players to demo these type of things, but on the show, we're just going to be having some amps swapped in and out, thanks to Jason, just to play, give me something to play through. And if anybody sees something they want or they want more information on something that I'm using, you can always get it. So always feel free to reach out for some Deadwood stuff. We'll be featuring more and more of it on the show as the months go by. Oh, no, we're just doing good. We've got a video rewind tonight, which is Pain-Free Living, going back to the night of Too Much Drugs. Never such
Don't remember.
Never happened. There's never been a night of too much drugs. There's never been a... Joe Murray's wondering where the back of Barry's head is. Barry, can you think you can get that overhead shot there?
It's right behind the front
We
of his
actually
head.
have a shot there. And there's Barry's hand. Yeah, that's... press the Alt Barry one on the bottom, and that should move over a little bit. There you go. Now you can... There's Barry. There's the back of his head. Yeah, new cameras for Barry to explore tonight, too. Okay, let's do this one. This one's always a bit of fun. Need sheets for this one, sorry. I also need a capo. Okay. This is C sharp?
Yep.
Jesus, really? Right shit in C sharp. Well, if you like to gamble, I tell you I'm your man. You win some, you lose some, it's all the same to me. The pleasure is is to play. Makes no difference what you say. I don't share your greed. The only card I need is the ace of spades. The ace of spades.
Here we go.
Playing for the high one, dancing with the devil, going with the flow. It's all a game to me. 7 or 11, snake eyes watching you. Double up or quit, double stakes or split. The ace of spades, the ace of spades. You know I'm bored to lose, and gambling's for fools. But that's the way I like it, baby. I don't wanna live forever. Pushing up the ante, you know you gotta see me. Read 'em and weep, the dead man's hand again. Well, I see it in your eyes. Take one look and die. The only thing you see, you know it's gotta be the ace of spades. The ace of spades. Neil gave me the look. I'm done with this song. I'm finished. I've moved on. We got one more song for you, ladies and gentlemen. This is a brand new song. This is off the new record, The Dag Sessions, which seems like a long time ago that it came out. Oh, it's been a year and a half, hasn't it? No, it's been half a year.
Well, it's been about almost a year, I think.
Yeah, it was 1st of May. That
It was
we
May.
Played at the Cameron House.
Right, but it was made this year. It wasn't 2 years ago.
May this year has yet to arrive.
May this past year.
This
Sorry.
past year,
Oh my goodness.
like about 10 months ago. So
Oh,
never,
we got.
never let fast get in the way of a good story, right?
That's right, exactly. We have a guest with us this week. Stanley, of course, is always here on the floor. But is Alfie around out there to come in and say hi for a quick little visit? He's coming. Okay, we've got Alfie. Alfie's parents are gone to Winnipeg, of all places to go in the winter. But, hey, Alfie.
The ideal spot.
You gonna come say hi? Hello. Come stand here next to Mr. Grant, and let's see if we can get a camera on
what
Alfie.
a sweetie
there,
pie.
There you go. Oh, there he is. There's Alfie. How you doing, buddy? How are ya? Alfie is like a bag of puppy dog bones, filled with butterscotch and love. That's kind of what he's like. He's a real sweet dog. Not that Stanley's not. Stanley, of course, is our dog. But Alfie's here for the week. So Caitlin came to help out while Alfie was here for the show because he would be reacting weird to the music. But he's in to say hi to everybody now. You're going to sit with her and you're going to stay for the last song there, Alfie? Okay.
What's it all about?
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
I'm not sure, it's already gone.
Pain-free living next week. Oh, next week is cool. We've got another not very long interview. This is the Gear Talk thing, where I interview a place called a guy named Tori, who's involved with a thing called the Black Box, which is a teleprompter, a prompter for musicians, something to get people off of the iPads and have it on the floor. It looks like a stage monitor, but it actually, and you can change using your feet, you can change the pages and your cues. So it's great, and you don't need a separate operator, to pay nightly and another person on the road for hotels and all that, just to press a button to go from page to page, which you do with regular teleprompters. Anyways, it's a cool feature. They're gonna be on the show next week. Charmaine says, Alfie, the beautiful but freakishly well-behaved dog. I know.
He is freakishly well behaved. He's so sweet. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great time. Mr. Grant, you got any news?
News? Well, happy birthday to Smokey Robinson.
Oh, wow.
He's 85 today.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't even know he
Really got a hold on me. Yeah. And the like.
He was very popular in his time.
He was indeed.
But it was, it was
yeah.
a brief sort of time, though, wasn't it?
Well,
Like he didn't have a long career.
He was instrumental in the beginning of Motown Records. Yeah, him and
The Miracles.
Barry Gordy. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. Oh, that's cool. Well, happy 85th. David,
Also, a fun fact.
you like fun facts?
Okay, here we go.
The Ballad of Lucy Jordan,
Yes.
one of Marianne
Marianne
Faithfull's songs, was written by Shel Silverstein.
Oh, you're kidding, really?
Oh,
I
really?
kid you
Now
not.
that's fascinating.
And he never got his face on the cover of the Rolling Stone.
Yeah. Wow. David, how are things with you?
I'm good.
Yeah, what's going on?
I've been tying jigs and bucktails.
Still. Every time I see you, what have you been doing, Dave? I've been tying knots around pieces of steel with sharp barbs on them. Well, that's cool. Good for you.
I
Good
got
for
one
you.
for Eric, actually. So I gotta
For
drop
Eric,
that
if
off.
you're watching,
He's
Eric.
watching. I got to drop it
Oh,
off.
he's watching. Cool. Eric, I'll probably be by the store tomorrow too, or the next day or so. Anyways, my jar isn't as green as I'd like it to be. A little bit more translucent-y. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great time once again. Thank you, Neil. What's new with you?
You know, the usual stuff. You know, just, yeah.
Usual
Life's-
stuff?
Life's okay.
Life's good.
Yeah.
You've done a lot of shoveling.
Yeah, fair bit. Yeah.
Cool. Well,
I
that's
think
what keeps
my
you young.
last major, well, no, I dug Elaine's car out yesterday, but prior to that, my last effort was
Dug
actually
Elaine's
digging
car
out
out.
your driveway.
Oh, okay. Well, this sexual innuendo gets weirder and weirder.
I'll say.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a fun time once again. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week.
Time's gone. I won't hear you calling on the digging through ashtrays once again. What a time we've had. Good night and God bless. Most of my friends are so very lonely. I won't hear you calling on the telephone. I'm already gone. Have a great night, everybody. I've been listening to the Clash record playing, and I'm scratching at my head and saying, where have all the good times gone? I won't hear you calling on the telephone. I'm already gone. I'm already gone. I'm already gone. There we go. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here again tonight. Thank you guys for coming out and braving the cold winter elements to come over. Barry, I'm glad to see you're feeling a little better and you're getting some stuff gotten taken care of. We are going to be signing off with a little old song right now. This is a night that we got together with Eric from Spirit Leaf came over and brought all the toys. And we had a big old dinner of drugs.
Oh, I do remember this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
This is a song
Most
called,
don't.
This is a song called Pain-Free Living, ladies and gentlemen. Be nice out there, take care, be warm, and remember to be like Steve. Cheers. I like to get high, I like to get higher, I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, I like to get stoneder, I like to get more stoned than I was before. 'Cause I don't have the perfect job I dreamed of, and at times I can take it for a while. And sometimes I take small things for granted, while other times all I can do is smile. I like to get high, I like to get higher, I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, I like to get stoneder, I like to get more stoned than I was before. 'Cause I don't have a moment of pain-free living, and at times I can take it for a while. And sometimes it takes away a part of me that's real, and other times I just wanna close my eyes and hide. I like to get high, I like to get higher, I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, I like to get stoneder, I like to get more stoned than I was before. Here we go. I like to get high, I like to get higher, I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, I like to get stoneder, I like to get more stoned than I was before. To be honest, it's an uphill battle with depression, and the drugs the doctor gives me ain't so tight. Sometimes it feels like my skin is crawling, and other times bad TV can be alright. I like to get high, I like to get higher, I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, I like to get stoneder, I like to get more stoned than I was before. I like to get high, I like to get higher, I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, I like to get stoneder, I
like to get more stoned than I was before.
Once again, thanks for spending another Wednesday with us here at Storyhouse Studios. Thanks to Trainer, Yorkville, and the Longtooth Beverage Company for being a part of the show. We love our time on the Whiskey Wednesday show and appreciate all of your support. Don't forget to hit up the tip jar if you feel so inclined. Never expected, but always appreciated. Tune in every week for more guests, songs, stories, drinks, and gear talk. And don't forget to visit the website, www.kentizzard.com, to sign up for the Whiskey Wednesday wrap-up. Compiled by Allison, this is a monthly overview with highlights, directories of songs, and so much more. Be kind, be helpful, be happy, be safe. See you next week.